Right, I'm gonna have me a little rant right now about The Witcher, and actually just about Hollywood and Netflix and Amazon and all of these streaming giants and these movie studios who, for whatever reason, keep on doing this over and over again. And it makes absolutely no sense to me, because it's not even like you have to use your brain to get it right. The source material is already there. There's already video games and books that are wildly successful. Why are you trying to disrespect the source material that is already there? All you gotta do is copy it, and people are more than happy to watch. But no, they don't want to do that. Instead, they want to insult the source material. They want to make Henry Cavill feel alienated from being in a show or being a part of a show that represents a game and a book that he deeply loves, because as we know, Henry Cavill is a legit gamer. He's not one of these people that have come in just to fill a role. He actually wanted to play Geralt, or Geralt, however you say his name. The Netflix writers apparently don't even like The Witcher. Not all of them, apparently some of them. It baffles me how you could be writing something that is so popular within our pop culture and you don't even like it, to the point that you actually want to change it. I don't get it, because as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I'm aware, Netflix and these Hollywood types want money. They want people to sit down and watch their stuff. That's how they make their money. So why wouldn't you just do and follow the formula that has always worked from the games and the books that already exist? It's not even like you have to do the groundwork. You just have to copy what is already there, and you can't even get that right. It baffles me. If I was doing something like The Witcher or Halo or any of these things that they've brought out that have not been that good, well, Halo is garbage, but Witcher, at least up until now, it's been decent. It's not the greatest thing ever, and that's not Henry Cavill's fault. As far as I'm concerned, Henry Cavill is carrying that whole show. If they replace him, it's going in the dumpster. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a Netflix account. I've watched it on my friend's account. I will not pay for Netflix because it's just a bunch of bullshit right at this point. They release so much garbage on Netflix that there is not enough good things to watch. Stranger Things, I give it a pass. Stranger Things is good. Objectively, like, I can't even front to you guys. I enjoyed season 4, but outside of that, what am I watching on Netflix? They got a couple good animes here and there, but why am I paying all this money for you to disrespect source material like Witcher? Now, I think that people should actually cancel their Netflix subscriptions just because Netflix decided to do this. I think it's BS that you have someone like Henry Cavill, who is beloved by the fan base, basically walking away from his role now because you want to disrespect it. And we'll read over a little bit here on what they're saying with regards to them not liking The Witcher. So someone that is working with X-Men now commented on the situation, and they said, "I've been on a show, namely The Witcher, where some of the writers were not or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material. It's a recipe for disaster and bad morale." Now, I don't understand why you would want to be involved with something that you found to be so ridiculous that you would mock it, knowing full well that it has a dedicated fan base, knowing full well that if you just follow the source material, you'll be making everything back that you invested and more. Your time would be worth it. Why would you want to work on a project that you don't even have any respect for? It makes no sense to me whatsoever, and I really don't understand this. Hollywood and this situation has made no sense to me since the very first time I watched a comic book or a video game film. Now, this doesn't happen for all of them. Sometimes they do stupid things and then they see the backlash and they backtrack and they fix it. As we saw with Sonic. The Sonic film was good. I haven't seen the second one yet, but going by the first one, which was a good film, I enjoyed it. I ain't got no problems with it, but just the fact that they saw the backlash from how Sonic looked in the trailer and how much people were taking the piss, and they went, "Do you know what? We messed up. Let's fix this, and then we'll bring the film out later." I watched the film just because they did that. Just because they showed respect to the fan base for initially disrespecting them with that crackhead Sonic that they had on there and going back and fixing it, that was enough for me to say, okay, do you know what? These are human beings there. These are not bots. These are not people that are just looking for our money. Because that must have taken a lot of time and effort to remake Sonic in the film and then, repurpose him to the scenes that the crackhead Sonic was in. You have my respect on that. On some level, even if the film was going to suck, which it didn't. It was entertaining. You have my respect for doing that. And it would be nice if more people in the industry did those sort of things, or just listen to the fans. I mean, look at the Mortal Kombat movie that came out. That movie was so stupid and so bad. Now, was there some good scenes in it? Yes, there was some good scenes in it. The scene where Sub-Zero and Jax were fighting, it was an alright scene. Like, there was some stupid things that happened in it, you know, like you have to sort of disengage common sense to get all the way through it, but there were some scenes that were okay. But overall, was the film shit? Yes, it was super shit. First of all, they rewrote Scorpion's origin stories for reasons I do not understand. It's not like it hasn't been rewritten before, but again, the source material is there, just follow it. Scorpion is an established character from a franchise that has sold millions upon millions, so it's not like you have to worry about appealing to a wide market. You appeal to the widest market if you just follow what is already there, since Mortal Kombat is arguably the most popular traditional fighting game on the planet, even more popular than Street Fighter. Not only that, they added another character called Cole that no one's ever heard of. He was an original character for the movie. He was bland, he was like a blank canvas, nobody could relate to him, his powers were stupid, he was uninspired, boring, and it was just like, what is happening here? The star of the show was Kano. Kano was the best character by far. It was like he was the main character, but overall the film was just stupid. They had some stupid like tattoo on their arms that made them eligible for combat. Raiden was like, I'm not gonna get involved, but then he got involved. It was just like, you know, whatever. Like, I'm not looking forward to the second one. And this is coming from a Mortal Kombat fan. Not to mention the monumental disaster that was Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is what made me cancel my Netflix subscription. When they did that, that was it for me. There was no coming back from that as far as I'm concerned. I watched the first episode, I wanted to vomit. I mean that truthfully. I felt like grabbing a bag and just heaving into the flipping bag. It was so bad that it was insulting. I was so taken aback at how bad it was that Netflix could do that. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was that they announced a One Piece film or One Piece series. Now, after watching Cowboy Bebop, I have no faith whatsoever. One Piece is in my top 3 animes of all time. So as soon as that announcement was made, I actually did vomit into a bag. I couldn't help myself. I heaved for hours, I cried for hours, called my friends to console me that Netflix was about to destroy my childhood. Now, I know you might think I'm overreacting, and maybe I am. And I just wanted to rant about this because I really don't understand how Hollywood does this. And please list in the comment section below a film or an anime or a manga or a comic that has been butchered by Hollywood, because there's so many at this point that it's actually hard to get through all of them. But Netflix has a serious problem on their hand, because as of me making this video, the Witcher petition has exceeded 150,000 signatures, which last time I checked was their goal. It has moved several times. They've smashed their goal several times. At the point of me recording this video, the signatures are at 200,000. Netflix has a serious problem. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Liam Hemsworth. I don't actually know much about him outside of the fact that he's Chris Hemsworth's brother. So this ain't about Liam. But unfortunately for him, by proxy, he is going to be shit on by the fans, because nobody wants him to be Geralt or Geralt. Everyone wants Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is beloved by the fans. The fact that you made this man walk away from his favorite video game character is beyond me. And to make someone do that, you've really got to do something stupid. Now, it baffles me how there's several books on The Witcher, several games that you can follow, and you have a man who is playing the character who understands the source material. Why don't you pull your stupid heads out of your stupid backsides and just do what everybody wants you to do? I mean, at the end of the day, if everyone smartens up and wisens up to what you're doing and they cancel their subscriptions, who is going to pay for you to produce The Witcher? Because as far as I'm aware, a large sum of Netflix's revenue comes from their subscription base. And if you have no subscribers because you keep on alienating the fan bases, then you will have no Witcher to make. And at this point, that'll probably be for the best. I will no longer be supporting The Witcher. I definitely won't be getting a Netflix account again for the foreseeable future. I just don't see the value in it, and I hope Netflix learns from this. But they're not the only ones. Amazon's done this as well. The Rings of Power show, which I have seen, is absolute garbage. I couldn't believe that they greenlit it. It is insulting to Tolkien's work. It's insulting to the fan base. It has absolutely nothing engaging in it. It has a main character that you just don't want to see succeed. They are as unrelatable as humanly possible. It's like, come on guys, like, what are you doing here? Why you have source material? Why are you messing with it? Or because you want to appeal to a wider audience? Dude, these things already appealed to a wider audience. That's how they became successful in the first place. If there's any Hollywood types that ever hear this video, and I know it's very unlikely that you will, but if you ever do and you want to adapt a comic, anime, manga, whatever it is, a video game, just follow the source material. Now we have The Last of Us coming up, and The Last of Us, as in the first game, a lot of people love that game. A lot of people love the characters in that game. Second game, not so much, but I'm assuming this game is going to pick up where the first game picks up. So we're gonna see if they respected the source material. Now, having said that about The Last of Us, I'm not entirely sure if I want them to respect the source material for the second game, because that writing was pretty poor, but we'll see where it goes. It's just disappointing to see that Hollywood just can't seem to understand that we already like these things, and word of mouth is very powerful. If I'm telling all my friends that The Witcher is amazing, they're gonna go and watch it, and then they're gonna tell their friends, and they're gonna go and watch it. But if me, someone that is trusted by their friends, and when it comes to these sort of things, is saying don't bother, you've just lost a bunch of people. You've lost 10, 15, 20, 30 people, however many people see my post, they're gone. And this is just in my small circle of friends. If I have some influence on the internet, if I'm a big YouTuber and I'm telling everyone that it sucks because they don't follow the source material, no one's gonna watch it. But if I have some influence and you've appeased me because I am the market, or I should be the market, word of mouth is going to get around, and I'm going to encourage people to watch it. The Hollywood types just don't seem to understand that, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting to see what Netflix does with Henry Cavill and Liam Hemsworth at this point, because the signatures are just going up and up. Since I've been rambling here, it has gone up by another 1,000 signatures, so boy, I don't know what you guys are going to do, but it's going to be interesting to see. Anyway guys, thanks for checking out the video. Should have more videos coming up on the channel now because I've got my recording equipment fixed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.